So guys, the T20 World Cup has finally come to an end. So now it is that time. Now let's decide what is the team of the tournament. What are those top 11 play? What is that 11 member squad you would take from this tournament which have delivered? I will go in three categories. First is the consistency shown by the player, the amount the player has contributed to the team, and also how much impact a player has given in those crucial situations. So let's go about it. Let's make a 11 member playing 11 from this T20 World Cup based on the performances. So let's start. So for me, for the first openers, I'll go with Rohit Sharma for sure, because the way the fearless nature in which he played and the way he took on oppositions with ease, especially the 92 or 41, the way he came all guns blazing against Australia, and that controlled aggression and beautiful knock against England in a game like a semi-final, and he was absolutely fantastic. And of course he will be my captain. So Rohit Sharma. And this next opener, it is going to be a competition between Gurbaz and Quinton de Kock. Quinton de Kock, he did play very well in a lot of crucial games against England, and of course he batted very well in the final and also against USA. He was in bad form initially, but he got up well and stood up in good games. And Gurbaz, of course, with Afghanistan, they have a high dependency on the top three, and the way he carried valued his wicket and took that responsibility to carry the batting on his shoulders was something amazing to see. If you see, Quinton de Kock has performed brilliantly, and he has shown consistency towards the end. But Gurbaz, for knowing that Afghanistan have a problem in that middle order, and the way he valued his wicket and the way he consistently scored runs and carried that batting lineup and gave Afghanistan that spark, I want to give it to him here. And of course he's a leading run scorer. I feel he deserves the credit here, so I will go with Gurbaz as my second opener. Now at number 3, we have Nicholas Puran. Of course, he's one of the most destructive batters and biggest six hitters in world cricket, and he did play a very brilliant knock of 98. But I felt he couldn't deliver much when his team needed him the most. Especially that game against South Africa, he was somebody who I really expected would stand up and go big. But unfortunately, overall, he wasn't up to his highest potential for me. For me, I'm someone who has really impressed me from USA. His name is Gauss Andries. I just love how technically brilliant he is, and the way he plays shots within the V. And whenever he has stood up and he's shown the ability to carry innings, USA have always got a spark against Canada, and also he played a very good knock against Pakistan as well. And then USA, he almost brought them home and pulled off a miracle. And he's someone who I really enjoyed seeing and has become one of my favorite players. So I will give Gauss Andries as my number 3. So coming to number 4, for me Surya Kumar Yadav will be my number 4. He stood up in every game. He showed that he's not just someone who just likes to take on the bowling, and especially the knock he played against USA he showed some signs of composure. And then he even stood up in the big games against Australia. He played a good quick fire 30. And he played a very important 47 in the final, carrying the momentum of the innings. And of course, in the final, taking that incredible catch, one of the greatest catches and the most celebrated catches. I think for me, he will definitely be my number 4. Then coming to my number 5, this is going to be a tricky one. There is Marcus Stoinis, who did pretty well with bat and ball. Initially, he did save Australia from some tough situations. Then one more contender for me is Tristan Stubbs. At a very young age, he always played very crucial knocks. When South Africa were losing the plot with the bat, he always stood up and showed good temperament under pressure and played very important knocks across all games, which were very crucial for South Africa. And another contender for me is Hendrik Klaasen. Maybe he wasn't consistent throughout, but the impact he gave, especially in those big games. So for me, I think Klaasen, because that game against West Indies, his knock made a huge difference. 22 of 12. And of course, in that final, he played one of the best ever T20 knocks. Unfortunately, losing us, but it is one of the best knocks I've seen. Stoinis, unfortunately, towards the crucial games, he wasn't very impactful. In the last few games, he didn't show that same promise he showed. He kind of lost his flow. Stubbs, I really give it to him, but I feel Klaasen, sheerly for the impact that he had in those big games which made a difference for South Africa, I'll give this number 5 position to Klaasen. So coming to my number 6, it's a no-brainer for me. Hardik Pandya, 11 wickets with ball and 151 runs at a strike rate of around 148. I think I'm not pretty sure with the numbers, but somewhere there. And he had one of the best performances for an all-rounder in a T20 World Cup with both bat and ball, and he's always been there in those moments, and he has kept amplifying India's game every game with his contribution. So he will be my number 6. And number 7, our one and only Bapu Bhaiya, Akshar Patel, the magician, someone who we didn't see much when coming into the tournament, but he just amazed us with absolutely spectacular performances. Coming to that crucial 20 against Pakistan, coming up the order, and then his very crucial spells and wicket taking in the middle overs, and of course that game changing catch versus Australia. And again, the final, he played an absolute blinder of a knock. The way he kept his head held and the confidence with which he batted in the game like a final, being from 34 for 3, I think Akshar Patel definitely will be my number 7. Number 8, the man who has changed Afghanistan cricket, Mr. Rashid Khan. And this guy just continues to impress, man. How he just continues to deliver both with bat and ball, especially that game against Bangladesh in that crucial game. The way he stood up with bat and ball for that game itself, and he was consistently taking wickets everywhere, and and the way he led this Afghanistan side and gave them that hope and took them to greater heights. Definitely Rashid Khan will be my number 8. Number 9, of course, the man Jasprit Bumrah. You're bowling at 2024 in an era where it's like the 200s and the T20 format has just evolved so much. You're bowling at an economy at 4.17, and he just this guy is as I said, he's the red card for any team. This guy is this summer level bowler, man. This is the best bowler at present, and the best bowler I've seen. Just how he's able to change the game with ease, and even in tough situations, the way accuracy with which he's bowling, he's not even missed a mark by an inch. Even in a game of a final, sometimes that pressure might get you and you might miss your mark. He didn't even miss. He was so accurate, and the way he reads the batsman and the way he bowls according to the situation and always plans ahead while bowling to any pair, and the smartness he shows as a bowler, he has just taken it to the next level, man, and he's definitely my number 9. And coming to my number 10, it is between Naveen ul Haq and Fazlak Farooqi. People will say Fazlak Farooqi because he is the leading wicket taker in the tournament, but I will give it to Naveen ul Haq, especially in the game against Australia and the game against Bangladesh. In those big games, the way the heart and the determination with which he bowled, he got the wicket of Travis Head, and he just showed amazing that passion with which he bowled, and he was just incredible to see. And even in the Bangladesh game, the way he held his nerve to get those 2 wickets at the end, and the smartness he showed in his game and his bowling, he's someone I really loved throughout the tournament, and he's one of those underrated players for me throughout the tournament. I'm giving it to Naveen ul Haq here as my number 10. And finally, my number 11, I will give it to Arshdeep Singh, one of the underrated and unsung hero for India. He was always there. He always got crucial breakthroughs, bowled some crucial good overs at the end, and he even bowled some good spells with the new ball. And even that 4-run over in the final, and the way he was brave, and the way he bowled to Quinton de Kock to get him, and his spell of 4 for 9, and that even against Australia, that he held his composure against Tim David, and he bowled really well. And Arshdeep Singh for me is my number 11. So this is my pick. This is a team I felt in terms of players, the contribution to the team, the consistency, as well as the impact they had in the big games. So this is my 11 of the T20 tournament. Do comment yours as well. It's everyone has their own thoughts. Do give out your 11 of the tournament in the comment section, and your